Hey, it's Liam. Today is Thursday night. Well, now Friday morning because it's after midnight. So Friday morning, Friday the 15th of June. And I just got back from a run because, as you do. And it smells really bad outside. It's the sewers, when it's really hot, but then the air gets cold at night. There's like evaporation out of the storm drains, and it makes everything kind of smell like sewer, really. And it's great. You want to open the windows and let in the fresh air, but it's not so fresh, and you wonder, if I'm breathing in a smell, am I breathing in the particles that make the smell? Someone will say, don't think about it too much, but look, this is me. So hello. Oh, this is such a weird angle. So why am I taking it must be a great echo too. Why am I in the stairwell with this weird angle? That's even actually more weird from my point of view because you're attached to the railing. Because I was bored, and I hadn't shown this before, and just looking at the screen now, this is a really boring beige space, and I'm boring in beige too. So it is beige, it is boring, because when you walk through a small space you shouldn't have too much to look at, you just want to pass through it, which I guess is another sewer joke, which I didn't intend. But if you have like a lot to look at in a small space, you feel how close those things to look at are, and it can get kind of claustrophobic. So you're tempted to decorate every single inch. Like, this is a huge, tall wall, and it's just putting something on it. It could backfire. I did that in my condo. I had this great little like niche in a stairwell, and I was like, oh, I can put some artwork in it. And it was a bad idea because you come around the corner and it'd be like artwork right in your face. And but it was already there, so I don't live there anymore. And everything in here is beige. It's like riffing off the other rooms that are around it. It's got to connect spaces, so it has to like work with both of them as well. Anyway, so today is Friday. Why am I running so late at night? It's because I'm trying to find a comfortable place to stand here at this stupid angle. So, Mom came home from Florida on Wednesday. She had gone down with my sister and my niece. My sister's family moved to Florida. They were living with my mom up here, so it was kind of like the last car trip. My niece graduated high school, which dates me, but she's the youngest, which also dates me. And they went down to Florida. She spent a few weeks down there with them, helped them get settled, and my nephew had a birthday, so she was staying till that, and then blah blah blah. She came up on Wednesday, and I had to go to Logan Airport to pick her up. And I hate Logan Airport. Logan Airport's the international airport in Boston, and it's so cramped. Like, the airport is, the airports are huge, and then they wrap them around this highway, this abbreviated highway system. It's a multi-deck, like a 3-deck highway system in some places, and it's like split, merge, split, up, down, left, terminal, exit, turn around, here you go there, and it's just like rapid fire, and it's very difficult to do. I mean, it was a sunny day, and it wasn't too crowded, and it was still hard as hell to do. If you missed your exit, you got to go around again, but you can only go around again if you find the exit ramp that lets you go around again instead of sending you back across the harbor. Which this time it did not send me back across the harbor. So there's multiple tunnels across the harbor. There's one that comes from the north end. There's another one that comes from South Boston. So I'm from north of the city, so the north end tunnels would be the ones that I would use. And one time I dropped off someone at Logan Airport, and I missed those tunnels, which the last exit is now the tunnels to South Boston, and the South Boston tunnels take you on the Massachusetts Turnpike, and they take you through the city, and then they take you out of the city, and by then I had stopped caring. I was out of the city, and that's all that mattered. So if you mess up, if you need to follow signs, there's lots of signs, but there's not signs everywhere, and you'll get to an intersection or decision area where there's not a sign, and you'll be like, which one do I choose? You can't stop. It's Boston. you have to go, and yeah, that happened on Wednesday. Ended up the wrong place a couple times. No matter how many times I've been there, you go during different times of day, it's dark, or it's rainy, or it's just crowded with cars, and it's very stressful. But I finally picked her up and brought her home. So I haven't seen her for a few weeks. So yesterday, what day is it? Wednesday. Wednesday, I didn't get back here until after midnight. So we're just catching up, catching us up, filling each other in on the gossip, that kind of thing. So I went for a run so late yesterday. Oh, where's my phone? It's the camera, idiot. So last night was so late that my running time went on to the wrong day, and today I got home in time to actually squeak in most of the run before midnight. So Thursday's got a little extra pad. Wednesday doesn't look like I moved at all on Wednesday, but what are you gonna do? So that's it really. Mom's back home. My sister and her family are down in Florida now. Everyone's there, permanent. They're getting settled, getting used to it, liking it or disliking it. It's, their choices, really. Not mine. So, they've been up here for the whole pandemic, so it'll just be getting used to, like, my mom's gonna have to get used to it with kind of an empty house and things to do that are her own, and says she loves to be included, really, in the everyday stuff of their lives. She's really gotten used to it. I mean, she's in Florida all winter, but when she's around, when she's up here, she wants to, like, what are you doing today? Do you have an appointment? Do you have practice after school? Like, how are you going to get there? Do you have something to eat for dinner? And she likes to get into, now it's just her, well, great, it's her and me. Yeah. Today, which was day 2 of her return, today being Thursday, I'm working and I get a text, do you want to go out to eat tonight? Yes. I'm going to say no? What am I, stupid? No. So we went somewhere that's not a chain down there that she could have gone to. And yeah, we ordered like the same thing because we went there to get what we wanted and we didn't even look at the menu. And I'm actually burping it up right now. And I actually have leftovers in the fridge as well. So they'll be good tomorrow too. Yeah? That'll be good. So I've been busy this week. Some work stuff. I've been trimming her hedges so that she came home and they didn't look awful, and so she didn't have to say, so you didn't trim the hedges while I was gone. I got almost all of them done. I left not intentionally, just there was only so much time and it was really hot and I wasn't gonna like overdo it when I'm just by myself. So I there were some left over and we'll do those. What day is today? Today's now Friday. I'm so confused. But on Saturday we'll probably finish the last 2. And she likes to, well, she had an accident with the hedge trimmers when I was a kid. I can still hear the scream. It was terrible. She almost lost a finger, but she didn't. But ever since then, I trimmed the hedges almost every time. After that, even when my sister's family was living there, I had to trim the hedges. Even though I have my own house, and they didn't have it. Anyway, so I trimmed the hedges for her. Keep them nice and shaped. They're Yew. They're like Christmas trees, but it's a different plant. They're evergreens. They're shaped like vases and bowls, and they've been shaped like vases and bowls for every picture as old as the house that I've ever seen from before we lived there. They look like they'll look the same. So, but I'll trim them and she'll clean up the clippings. I'm not like Edward Scissorhands and everything's everywhere. We put out tarps and stuff and she helps clean up. And she loves that stuff. So another thing I had to do on Wednesday before I picked her up was get my haircut. And I never get my haircut on Wednesday. And I was driving there thinking, I must not have the appointment right. So I get in there, I'm like, do I have an appointment? She's like, yeah, go sit in the chair. Okay. She had moved my appointment from Thursday. None of this really matters. But Thursday she went on vacation, so she was rushing. She gave me her haircut. And when you see someone who cuts your hair, they end up giving you their own brand of haircut. instead of like, you asked them to like do a bit of this and a bit of that, and I just got her type of haircut, so fine. She nicked me a little bit because she was in a rush. But she asked me, like, did I clean the house before my mom got back? And I said, no, my mom cleaned the house before she left. She thought I was joking. But that's how my mom is. She'll clean up. And she'll be like, no. And then she'll rephrase it like, I just like to tidy things up. I'm not going to spin the camera and show you what's on the other side of this wall, because they ain't tidy at all. And she like has like, I know she like her eye twitches when she sees the peninsula in my kitchen, which you have never seen and you may never see, because it's just a thing of horror. I'm not embarrassed by it. It's just nothing worth looking at. It's like my tool bench, because I'd have to, if I put the tools away in a tool room, it would be like through the house, through 8 rooms, you know, what's in the West Wing, nothing is forbidden, you know, that, it'd be like ridiculously far away from when, you know, you need the tool. So they sit on the peninsula and you're never going to see it. But she sees it. Even if she doesn't see it, if I mention it, she gets a hot flash. Because she can't tidy it up and I won't let her. Well, anyway, this has gone on long enough. So today, been busy, it's hot, it's going to be a nice weekend. I'm going to see some friends on Sunday, so that'll be great. And then I'm not even going to think past the weekend. I'm just thinking about the weekend. That's my job, to think about the weekend, because it's here and I shouldn't really care about work next week. Oh, it's almost 12 minutes. So, thanks, this has been Liam. Bye!